Hey y'all, hey. Welcome back to Westiny's World. Long time no see, but we are back and we are starting the new year off strong, okay? I'm super excited for all the videos that I have coming up, but I wanted to start out with one that I thought was a really good idea. It is now January 1st, 2024, so happy new year everyone. And I was like, you know what I should do? I should make a video about all of the lessons that I learned in 2023. I feel like we all get super reflective toward the end of the year, and you're always thinking about what you can do differently moving into the next year. And I feel like 2023 was a good year for me, but we definitely had some ups and downs. We had some roller coasters. And I just wanted to share some of the things that I personally learned this year and some things that I thought may be helpful to other people moving into the new year. I have my phone here because I will be looking at notes, honey, okay? I don't have a lot. I don't have a lot, but I have some that are very important. Were important to me, and I'm sure will be important to me moving into 2024. So, with that, let's get started.
Put your picture on my mirror. Start to blush when somebody says your name. In my stomach there's a pain. You walk in my direction, I go the other way. I start to stutter when I speak.
First lesson that I learned, and I feel like I'm constantly, this is a every year, every day, every week, every month thing. But putting yourself first is an act of self-love. I feel like this is pretty self-explanatory nowadays, but it's something that I would usually forget. Just without constant reminder, I'm quick to think about everyone else's needs, family, my dog, work, school, all of those different things. So I tended to neglect myself and always be kind of pouring from an empty cup. And so this was a year where I wanted to focus on doing the things that I enjoy, focus on trying new things, traveling to new places, and all those sorts of things that I really wanted to do. And so pouring into my cup and doing the things that, were of interest to me made me feel really good. And so with that, I had no guilt, none whatsoever about putting myself first and just seeing what destiny could look like with all of that attention, all of that love, just pouring into myself. And it turned out to work out perfectly. It was great. I will never, ever put anybody else before me because it feels good to be the star of my own life, honey. And number two, kind of a branch from number one, but number two is learning how to embrace solitude. I am a person who is always busy. If I'm not in school, I'm braiding hair, I'm doing something with Ruben, I'm hanging out with my mom. I'm doing so much stuff, and I hated being by myself. I feel like if I was by myself, something was wrong. If I'm by myself, I need to find something to do. I need to go to the mall. I need to shop on Amazon. I need to go call somebody. I need to just be in somebody's face. Not only, bothering them, but just getting some sort of entertainment or something. And I feel like learning how to be alone and learning how to embrace solitude were things that really just helped me just kind of stay sane. It helped me just stay grounded. And you don't have to be in anybody's face 24/7, okay? You don't. Learning to be by yourself is like one of the best things that you can do because you're gonna face times where you may not have anybody around. You may be by yourself, and not going crazy up here, that's a difficult challenge, okay? That is so freaking difficult. And I think with practicing solitude and learning what that looks like for me, I was able to get new hobbies. I started like gardening. My fiance bought me some ice skates. I didn't go as much as I probably should have, but whenever I needed something to do, I was quick to go to the rink just to be by myself, just to clear my mind. I started reading a ton this year. My goal was to read about a book a month, but there were some months where I read 3, some where I read 4. I was just doubling up and plug. if you haven't read any Kennedy Ryan books, you're missing out. If you're a romance girly like myself, just go buy them all. You're gonna want to read them all. But this was a year where I really just poured into the things that I like. Like I said, lesson number 1, lesson number 2 go together. But they are really great things that you need to practice every single day, honey. Okay. Number 3. This one was a little difficult. It was a little difficult, but it was essential. It was very, very, very important. And that is understanding the role that you play in your own suffering. Okay? I feel like I'm gonna speak for myself. Sometimes I set these goals and I want to accomplish all these things and I want to just do everything under the sun. But when they don't happen, I'm quick to be like, what happened? What's going on? Like, God, why? Like, what's tea? What's going on? And I failed to recognize that I was holding myself back. I feel like the best example would probably be exercising, losing weight, doing all those things. I was, going to the gym. I did CrossFit this year, doing all of these things, but I felt like I was not making the proper decisions outside of the gym. And then I look back and I'm like, oh, my body doesn't look, the way that I wanted to. And I just had to be real with myself. I had to really sit there and be like, okay, Destiny, because you're saying this, but doing this. So how are you expecting these things to add up when 1 + 1 in your world never equal 2? They equal like 50,000. And so learning just the role that I played, and I feel like that could have been a part of my mental health, that could have been a part of my relationship, my marriage, relationships that I had with other people. I was neglecting and ignoring the fact that I played a part in how my 2023 went. Nobody else is to blame. Nobody else is, responsible for anything. It's all me. It is all me. Moving on to number 4. You have to be intentional with your friendships. They don't come easy. I feel like in our adult world, number 1, it's hard to make friends. But number 2, it's hard to keep them. It's hard to keep them kind of active. It's easy to say like, oh, this my homegirl, this my friend. But how? How are y'all keeping these relationships alive? How? And I feel like this was a year for me where my friend group, my circle started to change a little bit. I started to not necessarily fall out with anyone, but it was a matter of just kind of outgrowing relationships. And as I enter and develop new relationships with people, I really had to be super intentional about calling my homegirl on the phone, going to see her, inviting her out, inviting her over to the crib. It didn't even have to be anything, crazy. Traveling with friends, initiating just wanting to see the people that I truly care about and that I truly love. And I feel like pouring into those relationships and being intentional with those relationships was a way for me to know, how valuable this person was to me, but also for them to know how important they were to me. And I think 2023 was a year of just transformative relationships in my life, truly. I met some amazing people I could not ever imagine like not talking to every day, not seeing on a monthly basis, not traveling with, calling them on the phone, like, what's up, girl? What you doing? I've met some amazing people and I love everybody I've met. Everybody I've come in contact with, I feel like everyone was put in my life for a reason, and it felt good to know what those reasons were during 2023. Number 5. This has been a hard one for me, my entire life. But number 5 is learning that people do not have to take my advice. I'm gonna just sit back on that one. Because that is something I've always struggled with. When somebody asks me something or they want to know what I would do, what I would say, and they vent to me and all these other things, I was quick to just run my mouth. Just run my mouth. And I feel like someone asking you for advice or asking you for help, asking you for your opinion is not this permanent thing. People can make decisions for themselves. They will make decisions for themselves. And all you could do is just share what you have to say. I feel like I was the type of person that would get kind of upset or a little bothered when, you know, your homegirl asks you for advice and she doesn't listen. Why did you ask me? Literally, why? But I had to learn that she is gonna move at her own pace. He is gonna move at his own pace. And that has nothing to do with me. I'm just, you know, offering advice, offering a sound ear to these people. But they do not have to listen to what I have to say at all. At all. Even if I disagree with the choices that they make, that's me and that's them. We move differently, we make decisions differently. And I'm thinking also about the Club Shay Shay interview. I love Club Shay Shay. But when Kirk Franklin was on there and he made a comment about how you cannot, I think he said, police people's progress. And that really stuck out with me. And I think that was really what really solidified that making it to my 2023 lessons. Because even though people ask for advice, ask for wisdom, ask for help, you name it, I cannot control the outcome of their situation. I just can't. I shouldn't even want to. And I feel like I had an issue with wanting to, you know, control this or really want them to listen to me because I felt like that made me feel, you know, important in their lives. Nah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that anymore. And once I let go of that, like, really strong feeling and emotion behind that, I've been good. 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 And we have one more. The sixth lesson of 2023 is I'm already living in abundance. Okay? This one was a lot. This one was something I really had to learn. And as I was reflecting, making this list and just like talking to my husband and just doing different things, I realized that I have this maybe inner child, some sort of trauma, something I really need to work on that I've started to work on, but it definitely needs a little bit more work of growing up poor, growing up without, growing up feeling like I'm missing something or not having as much as the next person. That has translated to needing to overindulge as an adult. And it is so freaking unnecessary. And I feel like for me, my overindulgence is shopping. Whether that's clothes, bags, shoes, it doesn't matter. Amazon is like my best friend. And I feel like for me, I felt like I was healing, you know, that trauma and that hurt by having a package come to the door every single day. If I want something, I'ma just get it. I have the money, I have the funds. Ruben isn't gonna tell me no. He's probably looking at me like, girl, but he's not gonna tell me no. And I feel like shopping and treating myself, whether that's going out to eat or to beauty kind of maintenance stuff, just around the clock, non-stop, non-freaking stop, was a way for me to truly just kind of bypass all of the things that I was dealing with as a child. And I've learned and finally accepted that, number one, that's not gonna fix it. It does make me feel good, you know, when I shop and get new this and get new that, but that's not healing and fixing the root issue. But number two, there's so many other things I could be doing with that money. Okay? There's so many other things I could be doing with that money. And I feel like I just have to dig a little deeper with trying to figure out how to, you know, move past that and just truly just you solidify in my brain that I'm already living in abundance. I don't need all of these things. I don't want for anything as an adult. I'm perfectly happy. I'm perfectly content. I have everything that I need and could possibly want. And so moving forward in 2024, I want to be conscious about, you know, the decisions that I'm making. And again, that's a financial, a physical thing, a spiritual, an emotional, all the things. But I want to truly be, you know, content with the choices that I'm making. And I feel like this is a great way to start. And with that, those are just a few of the things I've learned in 2023. And with some of these lessons being smack that in my face this year, I'm super excited to move into 2024, apply some of these things that I've learned in 2023, but also just to learn new lessons in the new year. So with that, I'll see y'all later. And I had a great 2023. I hope y'all did too. Comment down below some of the lessons that you learned in 2023, some that kicked you in the okay, but also some that just made you feel good and some that you want to share. And so with that, I'll see y'all in the next video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all soon.
You're the number one topic on the phone. I wonder if you know, or do you have a clue?